Now, back to Matt Patrick and your morning news.
KTRH News Time is 5:47. It is the big one, baby. Super Tuesday tomorrow, the biggest primary day in 2012. Joining us from two of the key states, my good friend Tom Moore from WTAM in Ohio. Tommy, welcome. Steve Gill, host of the Steve Gill Show in Tennessee. Great to have you both here. Tom, let me start with you. Ohio, the big prize for Romney and Santorum. Who's done a better job, in your opinion, campaigning in the state?
Well, I'll tell you, the guy who spent the most money is Romney. I mean, I got two robocalls from him yesterday, if that's an indication.
Now, were they from Barbara Bush?
No. I got one of them was, though, from Ann Romney, his wife.
So you believe that Romney has done the best job, at least there in Northeast Ohio. Have you seen Santorum at all passing through town?
Oh, he's been here. Yeah, matter of fact, it was kind of funny that both of them were here in the Cleveland area on Friday night. Santorum speaking to a Republican group in Lake County, and Romney had a rally on the same time at the university, Cleveland State University.
Steve, and again, thanks for joining us here on Houston's Morning News. We sure appreciate it.
Thanks for playing a little Rocky Top, making me feel at home. That sounded great.
That's exactly what we do here. We want you to feel at home. All right, Gingrich has to win Georgia. He feels that he will, the largest amount of delegates to be won in that state. Can he also win Tennessee? He seems to think he can.
You know, he is definitely one of the candidates that is surging. He's actually extended his lead according to the latest Rasmussen polls in Georgia. He's now up to about 18, 20 points over everybody else. There was some talk that he might be at risk in Georgia, but he's stretched his lead in Georgia. We got a Rasmussen poll in Tennessee and another one in Ohio over the weekend, and both of those showed that certainly Santorum's numbers are coming down very dramatically. And you want to look at the surge lines in these polls of not just what they say on a given day, but who's moving in which direction. And I think as you're seeing Santorum come down both in Ohio and in Tennessee, you're going to see about of every 3 votes that get pulled off him, I think you're going to see 1 go to Romney. He's getting the benefit of the money bomb that we just heard about from Tom. But you're also going to see about 2 of those 3, I think, go to Gingrich. It's kind of like the example I've been using in this campaign. It's like a teeter-totter. When one guy goes down, somebody else goes up. And we've got fat kids jumping on teeter-totters that bring one kid down and one kid up pretty dramatically. And right now, as Santorum's coming down, I think in Tennessee, in the national polls in Ohio, Gingrich is getting maybe one last surge, one last shot at maybe not winning Ohio or winning Tennessee, but still being the last conservative standing.
All right, very good. Gentlemen, if you would hang on when we come back, I want to talk about some of the tragedies that have taken place in both states and how that may affect voter turnout come tomorrow. Joining me right now, my good friend Tom Moore from WTAM and Steve Gill, the Steve Gill Show in Tennessee. Tom, let me go back to you. In light of the shootings, the fatal shootings at Chardon High School, and all that you personally have been dealing with, covering, that news story, that is certainly the top story in the state of Ohio, has been. Is it going to affect, do you think, the focus or the concentration of people come tomorrow when it comes time to vote?
It would have if the election were held last week because, first of all, none of the candidates made an appearance in this part of the state at all. Until Friday, until both Romney and Santorum were here. But now it's kind of like on the back of the news cycle up here, so to speak. So it's getting plenty of attention. Matter of fact, it's the election is the front page story right now on this morning's Cleveland Plain Dealer, with the latest poll here showing that Santorum is ahead of Romney by 2 percentage points, but that's within the margin of error. That's the NBC News Marist poll.
All right, Steve, same question to you. The tornadoes ripping through Tennessee and the Midwest, certainly people are focused on their families, on their homes, understandable. Is that going to affect the turnout, do you think, in the state?
I don't think it'll have a big impact on turnout. I think it underlines, again, that we have serious problems in this country, whether it is dealing with the aftermath of storms, whether it's the terrorist threat, whether it's the economy, the unemployment rates, gas prices. And I think that people have a little less tolerance for some of the silliness of the campaign season and even some of the questions I think that the media gets into sometimes that people realize don't really matter in their lives. And I think the frustration that people feel for candidates that get off track from the issues that really matter, and certainly the media that gets off track track for the issues that are really mattering to people. I think it just underlines that when you're dealing with tragedy, like in Ohio or here in Tennessee.
Yeah, I would agree with both of you. Gentlemen, just a pleasure to have you both. I know it's going to be a long day for both of you, and enjoy your Super Tuesday. Tom, it's just good talking with you, buddy. Good to hear your voice.
Good talking to you too, Matt.
And Steve, I hope you will come back and join us again after Super Tuesday so we can find out exactly what happened. Tom Moore, Steve Gill, thank you so much for your time.